Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're taking deep dives into the PlayStation Plus games for January 2026, and this is a pretty important month because it really marks the tone Sony is setting for the service going forward in the new year. January's lineups are often hit or miss, but this one feels like a statement, especially if you're a PlayStation 5 owner. So let's break down what's available, why it matters, and who each game is really for. Kicking things off, one of the headlining titles for January 2026 is Mortal Kombat 11. Even though this game isn't brand new, it's still one of the most polished and content rich fighting games of its generation. Mortal Kombat 11 offers an incredibly cinematic story mode that feels more like an interactive blockbuster than a traditional fighting game, and the roster is stacked with classic fighters, newer characters, and guest appearances that fans still talk about years later. The combat system strikes a really good balance between accessibility for casual players and depth for competitive fans, which makes this a great pickup whether you're jumping online or just playing locally with friends. For PlayStation Plus subscribers who may have skipped this one at launch, this is easily dozens of hours of content rolled into one download. Another major addition this month is Sniper Elite Resistance, which continues the Sniper Elite tradition of tactical stealth focused gameplay set against the backdrop of World War II. This series has always been about patience, positioning, and precision rather than run and gun action, and Resistance leans hard into that identity. Long range sniping, carefully planned infiltration, and tense cat and mouse encounters make every mission feel deliberate and rewarding. If you enjoy slower paced shooters that emphasize strategy over reflexes, this is absolutely worth your time. It's also one of those games that feels perfect for PlayStation Plus because it gives players a chance to experience something a little different from the usual blockbuster shooter formula. Rounding out the lineup is Tactics Ogre Reborn, which might be the most exciting inclusion here for fans of classic and tactical RPGs. This is a beautifully remastered version of a legendary strategy game featuring updated visuals, refined mechanics, and quality of life improvements that make it far more approachable than the original while still preserving what made it special. The game is known for its deep combat system, meaningful player choices, and branching story paths that encourage multiple playthroughs. If you enjoy games like Final Fantasy Tactics or Fire Emblem, this is one you absolutely shouldn't overlook. It's also a reminder that PlayStation Plus isn't just about action heavy titles, it can still deliver thoughtful, slower paced experiences that reward patience and planning. One thing that really stands out about the January 2026 lineup as a whole is how PS5 focused it is. Sony has been pretty clear that going forward, PlayStation Plus will increasingly prioritize current generation experiences, and this month is a strong example of that shift. While PlayStation 4 support isn't disappearing entirely, it's clear that PlayStation Plus is evolving alongside the hardware, and that's something subscribers should keep in mind as we move further into 2026. Before you move on to downloading the new games, it's also worth remembering that January means some titles are rotating out of PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium catalogs. If there's anything you've been meaning on to try from last month's lineup, now is definitely the time to jump in before it's gone. This rotating library model can be frustrating at times, but also keeps the service feeling fresh and encourages players to explore games they may otherwise ignore. Overall, January 2026 feels like a strong and well balanced month for PlayStation Plus. You've got a major fighting game, a tactical shooter, and a deep strategy RPG, which covers a pretty wide range of taste. Whether you're looking for something competitive, something methodical, or something story driven, there's a good chance at least one of these games will click with you. If you enjoyed this breakdown and found it helpful, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. I also want to quickly mention my Patreon, where the latest exclusive video is a look back at 5 underrated retro games that still hold up today. It's a fun deep dive and a great way to support the channel if you enjoy this kind of content. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments which PlayStation Plus game you're downloading first, and as always, game on.